I make, that's our rooster who's having fun outside. Anyway, I like making wizard wands, and I like making these, which are hair accessories basically. So I don't have much hair, it's basically nothing. But for women who have long hair, it is an option. So you just, these are not ready yet, but then you could just twirl your hair around and put them in. That's how they work. Before I clean the workshop, I know it doesn't look clean. I can just remove this from when I was making it better. I recorded some other videos where I prepared these. What I need right now is a way to fix these, or fixate them rather, so they stay in place, because right now I'm just holding them in my hand and I'm using a knife. What I want is something that can fix it and I can just pull away from me, so I can use different tools than just a knife, which would benefit me greatly. So that's basically what we're looking at. I need a tool like that. My plan is to have something that squeezes together with leather on either side and just clamps like that. I need it to be simple and portable because I sometimes go to markets, and when I go to markets I like to manufacture items while I'm there. So I want it to be easily portable, and I want it to be something I can just attach to any old table with clamps. So just put it on the table, clamps, and we're ready to go. My idea is using this and using bike rubber over something so it clamps down. So I'm gonna make duckbill kind of thing that can squeeze down on something. So that's gonna be the video for today. I'm gonna prepare all this and then I'm gonna get it on. Okay, so I have some of the things I'm gonna be using here. I don't know if it's needed, but this part I want to sit on the back of my duckbill that squeezes. This right here, random part that I have lying around from another project that I decided to stop on, is gonna be my duckbill. It might be too thick and heavy duty. I might just make a groove here to better grip things. We'll see. I might do that if it works. Then my plan is basically just to get this in two parts. So it has a pivot point and then the other one on top of it. And then on top of both of them, I'm gonna put this rubber here. And the light keeps going out because there is a break in the electrical circuit, so that's fun. Anyway, underneath the lower one, I am gonna install a wedge. So I have a wedge that I can just push in and I will go up against the rubber. Hopefully that'll work. Who knows? I like just bringing people along for the ride. Okay, two pieces of wood. It's gonna be the duckbill, as I call it, where it will open. Now for this to work, we need to have something in the back. Otherwise it won't do the squeezing action. See? No? Now it will actually want to squeeze. This right here actually works. I might just use the pen. I just took a random pencil, but that might actually be a good thing. Because that works. That gives the lift. Alright. Again, I might just make a groove for that one. That thing, that I actually will do. So it won't just all of a sudden move on me. So I'll make the groove, I'll place it, and then we'll put this rubber here on the back, just for support. Like that. And we'll of course stretch this as much as we can, because then this will form our hinge. So then we have the back hinge, and now we can already see it actually has some clamping effect. And this might even be enough, who knows? I might not actually need the wedge. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it without the wedge. Because then we can just put this here, screw it inside, and then pull this all the way over, and then cinch it on. Right. Back to work. So, 2 small grooves. I mean, they're not pretty. Today is, as most projects are, trying to be a little fast for my own sake. Because for me, I like to do this for making the products I do. It's not so much for making the tools. I might, if this works, redo it another time where it's prettier. So it also has some form over function. As a future project, it might be to make this smaller and prettier, just round the corners, whatever. But for now, I mean, we are actually close to a finished product. Yeah. All right. All right, so, wait, shit. Now we have this one that squeezes the other way. I don't know if that's actually necessary, but we have it now. Now we gotta get the second piece of rubber, and this is just from, well, a large bicycle, but it's any bicycle tube, or from a car, whatever, just needs to be rubber. Should work. Shit. It's always the issue with this. Because it's double-sided. There we go. Just needs... There we go. Just need to poke it through. if you can. This should actually. This seems to work. So the thing is, I needed to take really odd sizes. So the idea will be, and I'm just gonna add leather to it now as well. But the idea would be this. So now it's tight, and I can just do this. Yeah, and I think if I have leather, it won't, because this wood is, you see, very slick. But if I have leather, this shouldn't be able to move. And I mean, even more so if I just tighten this even more. Yeah. If I just tighten it a lot, it should work. Right. Well, I'm happy about that. I'm pretty impressed. I'm just gonna add some more screws here so it won't. Ta-da! 2 pieces of nice thick cow leather. Oh, I'm going to use the rough side, of course, because that's going to be the best. And I've also decided that I'm gonna just fixate one of these sides. So this one's gonna get some glue and it's gonna be fixed. Because, nah, you know what? We're gonna try this without the glue. I know I said glue, but eh. But the leather needs to be fixated with some glue. Saying that, I forgot to find the glue. I'll be right back. Right. Glue. Glue. Cyanoacrylate. CA glue. In Danish we say seconds glue, like instant glue, something like that. It's not instant, but I mean, close enough. It'll almost be instant when we do it like this. There. Activator. There. I don't know if you can hear it, but it fizzed. So it gives like a fizzing sound. And it's attached. Voila! Being, well, too pretty is a wrong term for it, but they spend more time on prettifying things and just making them useful. And I want the things I construct, for myself at least, to be useful. I don't really need them to be pretty as well. And I have an issue now, and that is the leather is thicker than my pencil that I use for this. There we go. Okay. So now is the moment of truth, because we need to do some really crazy work. Here it would be nice with an extra set of hands. I think we can have this one help. Go. This is also the idea, basically. Now it would be mounted to a table. Rock solid. Pencil is in place. And we just get this over here. This is where it comes in handy, having been a power lifter for some years. I want to have maximum pressure. I'll put the block of wood down here. Sorry for the straining sound, this is actually hard. There we go. It actually works. Let's try and move the tripod here. So, there is a slight gap here, but I mean, yeah, that might be an issue. So I might have to stretch it even more. Or maybe this is just needs to go further out here. Yeah, that helped a little. So, now I can show the reason why I made this. Hang on. So it has a lot of snapping force, but it needs something more. It's like it needs... I wonder, can we do... If I put a wedge here... So if I have something here I can push inside to keep it in place. Like a small plastic or wooden wedge. I have... So, I'm gonna do a channel update soon. Among the things that happened over the last couple of years, and the reason why I haven't been publishing as much, is that I bought a house with my wife. And I put in new floors myself. So I have a load of these. And I mean, it's just an idea, but they're just plastic, wholly plastic. And I have a ton of them lying around, so I don't mind, you know, ruining a few. I just need a slight edge, or wedge rather, and I should be able to just have a series of these, because they're all like a set number of millimeters. So let's see, wiggle, 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 and if I do this, but I mean, kind of focus. yeah, it kind of works. I mean, it functions like an extra hand, which is fine, because that's just what I want it for. Because you see, the alternative is this, like with a knife. And the knife is good for the details, but I don't want to use my knives for this large bulk. But I could, like, that might be dangerous. Yeah. So maybe. I'll just put my thinking cap on and I'll be back. Right, so when in doubt, just rubber it out, I guess. So, ugly as sin, I need to make some kind of handle for this so it's just easier. But, yeah, now it actually clamps really hard, so it can go out because it's a little slippery with the leather. So I might take the leather out and make something else. But it seems overall to do the job. Now that's much better, because now I can just really go to town. And this is what I need it for, because I just need it for the roughing part. Because this roughing part is the worst when you have knives. You can do it with axes because, well, I do it with axes until they're this size. And when I make wands by hand, wizarding wands, I do it with an axe and then from there on knives. But if I can just do this, it's much better. And I know there are like these large models that you can sit on and all this jazz, and I'm gonna make one of those hopefully this summer. But this here is a small nice thing I can bring with me for markets. Yeah, and I can make hairpins, which is nice. They're actually at the last fair I was at, they were quite popular, hairpins. I had hairpins, I had wizarding wands, and I had bags made of rabbit hide for dye, for people playing Dungeons and Dragons or board games, whatever. The wizarding wands were attractive, but they're also expensive. These hairpins are, well, they're not expensive, but they're not, in my opinion, cheap either, but they're fine. They're a good seller. So I thought to myself, well, I mean, it's a good thing to use leftover wood for, so that's my plan. Okay, so it has a weakness right there. Right. Well, I call it a success. I mean, some people might not call it a success, but for me, for what I need it for, it's perfect. Because even this rough shape, it's much easier to work with a knife. So now I have less wood to cut away with a knife, and I don't have to sharpen my knife as often. These here, I can never remember the English name, they are really good and easy to sharpen on my Tormek, because it's a nice long flat blade and and it goes, and I have a jig for it and everything. The knives require more fiddling sometimes, and I can do it with stones, but I prefer using my Tormek when I have it. Right. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope the sound has worked. Otherwise, I will just do a voiceover. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.